Alright guys, it's Dokkan time, and today we are going to be going over the how-to build video for the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Tanabata Goku, or as many people will probably want to call him. So this is a very sought-after unit, I'm not gonna lie, he's a very sought-after unit that a lot of people definitely want, including myself. I extremely want this unit. He's very cool, he's a very awesome, cool unit, fun unit to rock. Hold on. Ah, my eyes! I just wanted to give myself a little bit of better lighting as I just blind myself, solar flare to myself. I apologize. So this unit should be coming out at the beginning of December, perhaps the end of November, probably the beginning of December. If we magically get him early in November, I'll be really surprised. This is a pre-recording, so I could be posting this video in a month. I could be posting this video tomorrow, next week. I don't know. It could be it's hard to say. But anyways, this is a very fun unit to go over. I'm only going to do this Goku. I don't know about any of the other banner units that come with him, but this dude's like 3 different units in one. So, I mean, it's going to take a minute to go through this video. So, let's just start off here. And of course, we will be having calculations done by the awesome Halvard. Like I said, completely different calculation. He's got 3 whole posts for it. So he is a GT Heroes full power category leader of a 200% as long as they're on hybrids or pure Saiyan allies, which is not a terrible set of leader skill. Let's look at GT Heroes and full power real quick. So GT Heroes, I mean, yeah, we got a good amount of Saiyans. I mean, Super Saiyan 4s, of course. Super Saiyan 4s, we got GT. I mean, we got a decent amount of units on here. I think this category could definitely use a buff, though. Aside from him and GT Duo and the GT boys from 7th and 8th anniversary, there's just not much running for this category anymore. I mean, Super Saiyan 4 Intelligence Gogeta is good-ish, but he's not up to meta date. The Super Saiyan Full Power Goku is not that bad of a choice, though, I will say. And then this GT Kid Goku actually did get his EZA and does help quite a bit on this team, but that's a whole nother video in its own right. This is a very good unit. I'll probably do his later on once we actually get in a release date for the banner itself. Probably do another unit with him as well. So... and if we look at the full power category, of course, we have Super Saiyan Limit Breakers. We got lots of different units on here. But the important thing is that there is quite a few decent units on the full power category. I would say the most thing that I don't like about his leader skill is that I can't really include too many other Super Saiyan 4s with him. That would be my biggest gripe, is that I can't put too many other Super Saiyan 4s with him other than himself and Vegeta, basically. So, he does have a couple different, several different 200% leaders that can very much help him out in a lot of content in the game. And you might find yourself putting him on one of these 200% teams more so than his own leader skill, I would probably assume. You know, Earth-Raised Warriors probably is just for a starter. Even Final Trump Card, Bond of Master and Disciple, God Goku's Pure Saiyan, Hybrid Saiyan team. All of those would probably be slightly better team combinations than himself. But, anyways, moving on. He raises defense for 1 turn and greatly lowers attack as a 12 key. Very good for a lot of situational points of the game itself. There's a lot of hard bosses that can have their attack lowered in the first phase, so that's very nice. 30%, I really kind of wish this was higher, especially since his 18 key only raises it for 4 turns, so it's kind of... I would much rather him have raised by 50%, perhaps. I don't know, let's see what the rest of it is. So, key plus 3 attack and defense 150, plus an additional key per key sphere, so... You grab an intelligence orb, you're getting 3 instead of 2, or, you know, tech sphere, you're getting 2 instead of 1. Additional attack plus 70 when launching a super. High chance for all attacks to be critical. Wow, 50% chance to crit when launching an additional, or an 18 key super? Wow. So let me put it this way. If any other part of his kit, has crit in it, we don't need to give him crit. He doesn't need crit. He's got it built in. I'm noticing lately there's a lot of units that actually have built-in crit, or they have attacks effective against all types. And it just makes it so you don't absolutely need to have crit on any unit almost anymore, as long as they have it built in. And it's pretty self-explanatory at that point. Kind of pointless of me posting this video at that point, but still. Attack and defense 70% for the turn, and defense 70% for 3 turns when an attack is received or evaded. I love that. I love that. I love that. Or evaded. I love that. Damage reduction plus 20%. Nice. Additional defense plus 70 and damage reduction. Excuse me. Plus 20% when the first as the first attacker. Wow. So in the first slot, if he gets hit, he has a damage reduction of 40%. Wow. He can go into standby mode for 4 turns, obtains 2 charges per intelligence key sphere. Non-intelligence key spheres are 1 charge. And this character receives 5 or more attacks. Interesting. Okay. And he has Super Saiyan, Shocking Speed, GT, Saiyan Roar, Prepare for Battle, Legendary. Okay. And of course, his best link partners are himself and his buddy, himself. You get the idea. How well does he link with the Limit Breaker? About as well as you would think. They got Saiyan Roar, so. Let's see here. So let's look at the calculations for the first bit of him. So without support, this is quite a gobbled. Without support, 250 base start of turn defense. So he's not gonna take a AoE very well. In slot 1, 322 with 40% damage reduction. That's not too bad. That could be worse. Post super on a double super, he's only at 400. Okay. But if he's taken an attack or evaded an attack, start of turn defense is 500. Now we're cooking. And then defense post super 12 key. Ooh, wow. So with an 18 key super, he could be at 800k defense in slot 1 with 40% damage reduction. That's very good. That's very good. With 1 super attack stack, he can hit 1,000,000 defense. Wow. With an additional. Okay, okay. And with support, he can hit 1.171 maximum possible defense. That's very good, I have to say. I'm very happy with those numbers, especially since he just has 2 whole other. He's got a standby and then a whole other transformation point. So as of right now, though, I'm still sticking with the additional and dodge build. But let's look at his other points. So when he goes into standby mode, we're looking at him as Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Oob specifically. They can't attack as per most standby units. Defense plus 300%. Damage reduction plus 10% per key sphere. So basically, if you grabbed like 7 key spheres, that's 70% damage reduction. If you got 10 key spheres, 100%, he's negating 100%. Okay. And activate guard if 3 or more key sphere obtained during the first turn. Okay, this guy's not gonna get killed. Key plus 3, defense plus 70% for all allies from the second turn since appearing. That's cuckoo for me. I love that. He automatically turns into a support. He's a slot 1 tank. He's changing key spheres. He's nullifying unarmed super attacks. Okay. Okay. End standby mode and recover 30% HP. I didn't realize that. Key plus 3 for 3 turns too, as well. Impressive. And or finish skill, evolve into Super Saiyan full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Okay. Wow. Interesting. So if you have less than 29 counters, you'll only get the 30% HP recovery and then key plus 3 for 3 turns. Whereas if you go into this form, you get to evolve into Super Saiyan 4 full power Goku. Okay, and his links do change. He then has solid support, shocking speed, tough as nails, and fused fighter because of the oob. So, I mean, he's got a different set of links. I'm not really sure. Yeah, he's not exactly going to have a link partner. Yeah, no, he's not really going to have a link partner in the standby mode. So, but he's supporting allies at defense plus 70, so that's nice, and key plus 3, so he doesn't really need the links. Let's go take a look over at the second one for the Oob standby. Obviously, he's not doing any of these, but he's only got a max possible defense of 450k. So that's something good to keep in mind as you're using him. He has a base defense of 450k, basically. And then you have whatever the damage reduction and guard with how many orbs you get. So you do still kind of want to prioritize giving him orbs until he transforms into Super Saiyan Full Power Goku. But yeah, I think it's probably a good time. I think the song's about to, yeah, okay, let's move on to the finish skill of the Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Let's move on to this version of him. This is his final form, precisely. But let's see here. So he only raises attack and defense for 1 turn and still greatly lowers attack. Okay, so nothing's changed there. Greatly raises attack for 1 turn and still raises defense for 4 turns. So he keeps basically the same here, except he gets attack extra, and yeah, he gets more attack in them. Okay, let's move on to there. Recovers 77 HP once. Okay, dang. So pretty much a full heal. Senzu Bean. Senzu Bean activates guard for 1 turn, and all attacks are criticals for 3 turns from appearing. Wow, so he crits for 3 turns. Okay. Key plus 7, attack and defense 200. So he base, as a minimum, he starts out at 12 key. Am I mathing correctly? No, he starts out at a base key of 13 key without links. Plus an additional defense plus key plus 2 per intelligence key sphere or rainbow key sphere. Okay. Wow. And an additional key plus 1 per non-intelligence key sphere or rainbow key sphere. So for every rainbow key sphere, he gets an additional... That's so weird. That's weirdly worded. I think it's because I'm on the Japanese side and it's weirding it. Attack plus 150 when launching a super attack. Great chance of it to be a critical. So he has 70%. So yeah, he doesn't need crit. He's got guaranteed crits at 24 key. He's got guaranteed crits in the first appearance. He has an additional 77% defense for 5 turns when an attack is evaded or received. He's got damage reduction at 25%. And then he gets another damage reduction at 25. So he's got 50% damage reduction in the first slot. Let's take a look at his let's take a look over at his stats right here. So Link's active will be Saiyan Roar, Super Saiyan Shock and Speed GT Prayer for Our Fierce Battle. So that's 6 out of 7 links. Stats gained from these links, defense plus 30. Okay. And Super Saiyan Full Power Goku would be his link partner. Alright. So start of turn, no support, no dodge, no stacks, no nothing. 300k defense. Okay. 12 key super only. That'll never happen. But 400k defense. 18 key would be about 500k. So that's not exactly impressive if he doesn't have any support and he's not in slot 1, he's not doing anything he's supposed to be. He's not very impressive outside of that. In slot 1, he's at 379 start of turn. If he additional supers from an 18 key, then he's at 600k defense with 50% damage reduction, by the way. And then if he takes or evades an attack, post double super 18 key to 12 key, he's at 1,000,000 defense with 50% damage reduction. And with 1 super attack stack from his previous turn, he could hit up to 1.2 million, and his start of turn defense would be at 874k. And with 40% support, start of turn defense with the stack after evading or taking a super or taking an attack, he could be at almost 1,000,000 defense start of turn. I don't know what you guys want out of a unit, but as of right now, this guy can pretty much survive a majority of the game. There's very few situations where he's just gonna not be fine. I mean, I don't understand the hate for around this guy as of late. But if 1,000,000 defense isn't good enough to you anymore, when just about every boss in the game does 1,000,000 attack super attacks and he has 50% damage reduction, the worst thing that could happen is you throw him against Vegito Blue, Divine Wrath and Mortal Will stage 7 event, or one of those Divine Wrath stages, and he takes a 2,000,000 hit super and he's taking 500k attack because he's damage reductioning freaking like a 2,000,000 attack. Okay, he's already got 1,000,000 defense. He's got the 50% damage reduction. I mean, we're not counting Bulma support. We're not counting any other type of support in here. I mean, I think he's a great, fantastic unit. But he's got built-in crit, so he doesn't need crit. So just give him the additional, give him the dodge, go full whichever one. I would say go for more additional, but a lot of people are probably going to go for dodge more so than anything. So, but anyways, guys, that's going to be it for that. Hopefully this helps you decide how you're going to build your full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good day and a good night.